John+Bartlett. John's corner, Jake+Morris. Jake's corner.
This is Stryder+Davis. You're watching Explosive+Fighter. I'm here with John+Bartlett. First thing, looks like you're a wrestler. Are you a wrestler?
Came out of West+Linn High School, 5th and state my senior year. It's just been my base, but I've grown a lot since then.
He's a wrestler, coming to us tonight with an impressive record of 4 wins with only 1 loss.
The whole West+Linn, Oregon+City rivalry thing, is that, did you wrestle him in high school? Or?
He was always a different weight than I was. We talked and stuff, like we know each other from wrestling. So that's cool. I like knowing my opponent.
These 2 high schools have the longest high school football rivalry west of the Mississippi.
I'm here with Jake+Morris, Team Quest fighter. Game plan, or just go out and fight?
Taking the guy down in Team Quest, ground and pound.
You have wrestling base.
Yes, I was state champ. I took in first, second, and third in OSA.
Who comes to us tonight with an undefeated record of 4 wins with no losses.
Bartlett has wrestling ability, right?
Correct. I don't think his wrestling ability will match mine, but it is. He was a good wrestler, yes.
Hands-wise, standing on your feet, how do you fare?
Why give anyone a chance of hitting me while I can just take them down and beat them that way?
What do you want to see most?
I like to see the different styles of fighting.
But what about a woman's aspect? Do you think it's bloody or do you think it's a sport?
I think it's a bloody sport. Yeah. And I like it.
Do you want to be an MMA star one day? Is that why you're here?
Of course.
I'm going to interview one of the best wrestling coaches in high school, West+Linn High. What's your take on MMA or with wrestling combined? Do you like it?
I think it's the most perfect fit. If I was 20 years younger coming out of college, I'd have been involved with MMA also. I'm here to watch the title fight tonight between Morris and Bartlett. The West+Linn, Oregon+City rivalry.
Shows. I've been to the WEC shows. I've been to little bitty shows. Last night, me and Chael went up to Bellingham, Washington for a fist fight, and those boys paid Uriah Faber $5,000 to sign autographs. This slammer right here has superstars in it that date back to the time they started, and the reason it is because Kevin Keeney and Chael Sonnen and Pat Sonnen got this sport regulated in the state of Oregon, and you fans supported it. We have had Evan Tanner, Dan Henderson, Matt Lindland, Chris Lieben, who am I forgetting? Ed Herman, and let's not forget the natural Randy Couture in this ring. What do Pat Sonnen and the boys that aren't here say to these boys right now? Come and get it! Martial is wearing the black trunks. Morris has the light blue trunks. They're in a little scramble here. Bartlett on the double leg. Morris has took Bartlett's back and has the rear naked choke.
We're here with the explosive fighter of the night, Jake+Morris. Big rival, big build-up, over in like 30 seconds. A good feeling, or maybe it want more?
To be honest, I don't mind ending a fight in the first round. It does not bother me at all. I mean, I'd rather have that happen. I mean, the longer the round goes, the more chances you're going to get hit. So it doesn't bother me at all to end it in the first round.
Were you nervous at all? There's so many people, you know, wanting you to win, and so many people maybe not wanting you to win.
To be completely honest, that was probably the last thing on my mind. More or less, when I go out there, I think about what I've done. I mean, the fight's probably the easiest part of the whole thing. I mean, your training, your diet, everything in that's what is the hard part of the fight.
Well, you got a great training camp at Team Quest. Congratulations, man. What are you going to do next? You said you're 18?
Yes.
Wow, you're pretty at a high level for 18-year-old. You just gonna keep fighting, and you said you're gonna wrestle still?
I'm going to wrestle this year at CCC, and then I'll most likely wrestle 2 years there, and then maybe transfer out. But as far as that goes, I'm gonna wrestle. I'm gonna take 2 months off training during my peak of my wrestling season, or not training, just competing, and then I'll come back to it hard at it next year.
Nice. Well, you look like you have a huge future. Congratulations. Good job.
If you're not explosive, you're not a fighter.
I'm here with Chael Sonnen, Division I All-American, WEC champion, UFC fighter. Chael, what's next for you in your career? You just won in the UFC convincingly. Who's on the chopping block?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for mentioning that match. Next, I just got a contract to compete with Yushin Okami, October 24th. That's going to take place at the Staples Center in Los Angeles.
How many shows have been going on?
Well, this is show number 45 here, specifically branded Rumble+at+the+Roseland. We've gone on the road for a number of events in Southern Oregon, all the way to Klamath Falls. We've gone over to Pendleton for a couple events. We've been to Eugene. We've been to Springfield. Is that it? I think that's all we've gone. We're looking to go to the coast. So total number of shows, I'd say we're probably closer to 60. But for this specific event, which is really our baby, as they say, 45. This is number 45.
I really think FCFF is kind of started it all, you know, in the amateur scene. What's your role in it?
Well, the FCFF is the original, and my role was, it was my idea. I started the event. I guess I had the idea, they would say. I went and recruited a partner who was Kevin Keeney, good friend, college roommate, and sat down and told him my idea, asked him if he wanted to be part of it, and we moved forward on it. And then it was a lot of work. I was pretty young. We just got out of college. We had to go find funding, and we had to deal with the legislature. I personally got this sport legalized and brought to Oregon, which was very difficult to get a law changed. For anybody watching that needs to get a law changed, it's a lot of work. It was an uphill battle. But I did all of that, and so I kind of, you know, as far as my role goes, I guess I'm the guy. Kevin and I are partners. But yeah, I have a hand in everything.
Well, thank you, because I mean, there's so many fighters and fighting organizations in the amateur scene in the Northwest, and you know, I guess we can thank you for that. Another thing, just back to training. A lot of people at home want to know, you know, how can you step in the cage and put in maybe 25 minutes of, you know, intense fighting and be able to stand there still with endurance?
You know, that is such a good question, and I admire those guys so much that can do it. I've never had a 25-minute fight. I've been in them. I've had matches that were scheduled, but then they got stopped. Either I won or I came up short, but I never had to do the whole 25 minutes. I want to, because I'd like to find that out about myself, but anyone I watch, whether they win or lose, that can stay in there and defend themselves and go at that pace for 25 minutes really is a very impressive feat in itself. I'm Chael Sonnen, and I'm here to tell you, if you're not explosive, you're not a fighter.
All right, this is Stryder+Davis. We're here at the Roseland Theater. We just witnessed about 15 exciting fights, huge build-up, two title bouts, huge. It was actually probably one of the best fights I've seen, amateur-wise. Explosive+fighter.com. Signing out, Stryder+Davis.